Okay, guys, I made this post. If you know how to read, you can read it. I'm kind of dissing all these five guys that came out against Hearthstone and trying to find a specific thing to hate at the moment. But the most hateable thing is when you fucking lose for no reason, maybe. Maybe that one when you lose for no reason. That sounds pretty bad, doesn't it? And it happens all the fucking time. All the time, bro. I called play cards win game because you just do that. You happen to win game right after you play card. It's not that fucking complicated. Grunty became play card win game for Paladin. Paladin Quest enabled this thing to become just unbelievable powerhouse of stats. Do you have enough board clears to clear this shit? I don't know. Who would? Then you do this bullshit. And then you have this. Like, you have more play card win game cards than ever before. I don't even understand. Like, I'm supposed to play this shit into my deck? I will do bonus meme where I actually do it. But, like, it is scary to try and survive until turn 9 when you just lose anyways, right? You don't get to play this shit, even though it wins you game. Is that a contradiction? No. No, that's not a contradiction. They're just that's the decks right now. And you may or may not survive. We were very close to having another one of these disgusting creatures, but it got instantly nerfed. Alright. They noticed one of them. Why not all? And then the most notorious one is the Yogg in the Box, which spams so much stats on the board that you just lose, or spams Tsunami. You lose. You just lose. You can do this, accidentally, you lose. I'm sorry, bro. Back in the day, like, Death Knight was able to just spam the entire board with minions, and you would lose. Just because they did that. I don't understand this playstyle, you know? So, I will actually try and to go into history of this play card win game bullshit, but, my channel needs support, and, right now is the best moment to do that. Subscribe under this video, comment under this video. Give me whatever you fucking have in your pockets right now. Empty your pockets, you fool. And watch till the end. And accidentally click another video afterwards. You have to bully YouTube into making this a popular video because no one is gonna be talking about it. No one ever fucking pointed a finger at something like this, right? And said, oh shit, that's a problem. No one fucking did that, but I lost a game against this bullshit. And that's just a card that you can play. You just drag this monster onto the battlefield and then he wins game for you. You don't have to make any choices. You don't have to think. You don't need any brain cells to deal with this card. You just play it and win game. Sometimes it's like Yogg inside every card. It's like every card has this spirit of Yogg now, and people are actually not noticing, which fucking makes me so mad. Yes, they notice the Colossus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for understanding that Colossus exists. Holy shit. You guys are so smart. And that's just the tip of the iceberg of what is possible. Because this is actually like the win condition, the like intended win condition. But there's so many unintended win conditions that just like occur by accident, you know? Oops, I guess I win now. That is the most dumbest thing that could possibly happen, bro. You can't just, oops, I win, I played card, I guess I just win now. How the fuck is that possible anymore? Like, one-drops never fucking got power crept. One-drops are still, like, complete garbage, right? They don't draw 20 cards, they don't fucking blast you with fireballs. Nah. Nothing got power creeped as much as these, like, late-game fucking Blastoise, bro. Insane cards, bro. That shit got power crept to oblivion. If you deal with this shit, all of a sudden, you need a Borkler. Even something as harmless as, well, Bob, obviously. It's pretty fucking scary. He already got nerfed. Even something as harmless as Nomelia, you have to have it in your deck so often. But bro, something as harmless as Lena, nobody plays this shit. It wins the game. It wins the game, bro. You don't understand. Like, what is my opponent gonna do? Waste a Borkler on Lena? On some bitch-ass legendary? Are you kidding me, bro? No, I win game with this bullshit. It's just nobody's gonna play it. Because it's just like, it looks so fucking weird. It feels so weird to play it. It's also now an old card and just people just want to shy away. It's just like, it's a 3-3. No, it's trash, guys. It's trash. Now, if you can fill the board with bullshit, you're very good. You were very much well off. All right, into winning the game. You just have to have survivability so that your opponent is not already winning the game, right? This is the only fucking condition. And even Lena can be one of those cards that are frustrating to deal with. Like, something as AFK is technically balanced, technically very sweet card, never gonna be played because the power creep is so fucking insanely high. I haven't been able to play Hearthstone to even craft this creature. I would love to. I would love to experience the fucking proper Hearthstone right now. But I don't have the fucking patience to sit there and lose to the most bullshit fucking things that people pull off. I want to speak directly to Regis right now. Clearly you didn't fucking play Hearthstone, didn't you? If you think power creep is completely normal. I'm sorry, no way is power creep normal, bro. What the fuck are you... Clearly Blizzard doesn't know how to fucking do power creep in the first place. Holy shit, man. Yes, the game has to end. The game has to end in spectacular fashion. But please, that's not the correct power creep. Don't do power creep if you don't know how to fucking do power creep then. I'm sorry, bro. Just don't do it. Just stop. Stop whatever you're doing. Power creep is not for you. Alright? We would rather actually reset the power of entire game. Just reset back 10 years ago and we would still be better off. All right, just reset the entire power. Just throw everything in the trash, restart everything, and you can redesign old cards to make them more flavorful. I don't care, bro. I don't care. I just want fucking normal Hearthstone back. Yes, back in the day we had Kel'Thuzad. That was play card win game. If you played taunts. Yes, you had to play taunt minions to win game. There was at least a condition to the madness. This guy pissed me off day one, unfortunately. This guy was able to shut down the game, but it was somewhat actually reasonable. Right? If I kill taunts, if I am really eager to clear the board, maybe I can avoid this guy from shutting down the game, and we're good, you know? Lothab is a little bit of a different story because it actually helps aggro decks survive, but at the same time, like, tempo beats aggro. So if you have enough tempo, like, Lothab doesn't do shit. That's important. yes, the secondary issue is not running out of cards. There are a lot of issues that you can mention, and Raran might be good at that, but unfortunately, there's just literally looming dooming the worst thing in Hearthstone right now that nobody fucking mentioned properly, and that's the video about that, exactly that, right? So the first and foremost minion does not come from this set. All right, obviously everything is balanced, right? Maybe Alex Straza with Freeze Mage, because Mage should not fucking exist at this point, because it's capable of just abusing even something as harmless as Alex Straza. All right, like maybe uh, technically Freeze Mage was taking advantage of Ice Block, and that shit was just the most broken thing forever. Never got nerfed, and just terrorizes the game, right? Technically, that's just that one card that just terrorizes the game for way too long. Also, in a similar category, because it enables play card win game. That was it. My Malagos was also play card win game, but this guy had to survive, right? That was kind of cool. You play him and maybe he survives. That's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting part of strategy. It is nice to play card, but then you have to wait a turn to win game. All right, that's very different. Very different, guys. Although questionable. Also, you have to have a handful of spells that deal damage to the face. If you don't have these conditions, you don't win game. Plugging down Ysera was pretty scary, unfortunately. That was the most popular play card win game. And maybe that's just Hearthstone. Maybe that's just normal, guys. People who had Ysera fucking made me go pee myself. Because that shit was disgusting. Alright? Luckily, back in the day, you only get one dream card, not two. And it actually shows how these developers just like, well, this is useless now. And it's like, what? Interesting power creep just happened. That's useless, isn't it? Damn. It used to actually win game. You just plug it in, it starts spamming a bunch of crazy shit on whether on board or just like annoys you. Most importantly, every time I have to be scared of like maybe they have Ysera Awakens, maybe it's over. Maybe they have the ultimate Borkler that makes absolutely no fucking sense. Because it just actually destroys everything. Like, it's okay if you have a dragon. It's okay if you have a sister. It's okay if you have a dream. It's okay if you have a nightmare. It is not okay for you to Borkler, which is the actual second biggest issue. Running out of cards is a very big issue, but Borklers make you run out of cards faster, and that's the bigger issue. Knowing that that's what Ysera did, and that's just that one effect that pisses everyone off, I imagine, because it deletes everything. You know, it doesn't matter. These things don't even fucking matter in comparison. Imagine also being 2 mana card that makes this dragon pale in comparison, makes Laughing Sister not laugh anymore. Imagine that shit, bro. Deathwing was actually notorious. That was cool. I liked it. That was fucking badass. And it's not something like you just play and win game. It does have to follow conditions. So these people these creatures on the same page, they're so different, and Deathwing is so much fucking cooler. Why can't we have cool cards instead of shit cards? Why did we lean towards this bullshit instead of this? Right? That was like literally the most important choice in Hearthstone history. Do we make more Deathwings or do we make more shit Sarahs, bro? Just in case you forgot to subscribe, here's me. Unfortunately, I have to go Super Saiyan mode. So, here you go. Here you go, guys. We're gonna be Super Saiyan this time. Empty your fucking pockets. Because I'm pretty sure it gets worse. Rag was also kind of like disgusting creature. But you can play around it. You can do things against Rag. The funny thing about Ysera is also reminiscent of all these fucking play card win game moments. Because this bullshit card is generating random. Generating random. Like, what are you doing? Why? Why is Ysera the game right now? Why is that the game? Why can we have this, please? It's not random. It's not randomly destroy something. No, you just, like, literally going in. All in, basically. Holy shit, man. Did Hearthstone fucking stank so bad right now? Over the years. Did Hearthstone just fell off a cliff? You know, we randomly generated... Oh, nightmare. Nightmare, boys. Oh, shit. Obviously, Blizzard's dream is our nightmare. That's what it is. That's just what it is, guys. Activate a dragon card. Absolutely. Wow, pathetic. Anyways, let's move on to the Dr. 7. Alright? That was the big boy, right? Everyone was mad at Dr. 7. We would love him to come back, right? We would kiss his feet. Please, Dr. 7, come back, be playable, please. Please, Dr. 7, I need you. I need you. Please heal the game. The game doesn't feel like anything anymore. Please, Dr. 7. We would love to play this card right now. We would love this card to be a thing. But it's not a thing anymore. Yes, it used to terrorize some people, but honestly, only because this is random. That's it. That's the only fucking reason. It's a little too random. But even then, it created so many fucking random videos, right? It potentially even inspired a few YouTubers to make videos just because Dr. Boom, poop, dealt 8 damage to your face. I don't know. Some crazy shit comes out of this guy. And yes, it was one of those cards that you just play and forget about it. You don't need strategy to play this. That's it. You just... If you're losing really badly, well, I'm sorry, this guy's not going to help you, but in normal circumstances, that's the best card to play. I played this card, guys. Don't laugh at me. I'm a tempo player, like, shut the fuck up. But yeah, nothing came close. Nothing came close to Dr. Boom. So, that's about it. Kind of underwhelming, wasn't it? It gave us some spice. I don't know. I don't think class sets introduced anything stupid. Mal'Ganis, sure. Sure. I don't see anything, to be honest. Obviously, I hate porklers. Yeah. Nothing. Nothing, guys. That was kind of interesting. That was play card win game. Pretty scary moment. Yeah. And you should try. You should take a shot in victory. Absolutely. This is good shit. Because it actually has a condition. And it actually scares the player. And it can actually just end the game in a satisfying fashion. I'm okay with that. That's one of those Deathwing cards. But we're gonna probably see less Deathwings and more fucking ass. Alright, next one. Alright, that was cool. That was cool. That's kind of like Deathwing version, for sure. I mean, we don't actually get cards like these, by the way. The meme cards, the big-ass meme cards, that was like the biggest one. We don't get that shit no more. Oh boy. That's a whole nother discussion, to be honest. Otherwise, there's no suppressive cards whatsoever. For the game, we can move on to the next, which is good, you know? That was pretty sweet. People liked Black Rock, even though it doesn't have anything crazy. So it must have been a good direction for the game to go into, isn't it? Nothing suppressive in Grand Tournament by any means. All clean. Super duper clean. Aviana was a little weird. Yeah, can say that. That was an interesting one. Yeah, nothing clean. Imagine being clean. Imagine being a shitty expansion that's still pretty good because it's clean. Alright, we have to talk about Reno. Condition, guys. Is there a condition? Yeah, you play control deck and you piss everyone off when you heal yourself. The really pissy-washy thing that you can do is return a Reno into your hands. Then things get really brutal. You can't do it too often, but it's pretty bad. If control decks have ability to fully heal themselves, we realized that shit stinks, bro. That shit's not good. However, we also realized that healing is not that suppressive to the game, meaning Blizzard is gonna just create lifesteal and everyone is gonna heal to full health all the time. And then I will fucking lose my mind, bro, because every card is Reno. Apparently. Every single card will be Reno very soon. So, as bad as Reno was, holy shit did the game progress into ass immediately. Just because of this card existing and making healing somehow a normal thing. Until Reno showed up, healing was fucking premium. The games were actually attempting to end eventually after you run out of health. Your game would end. That was so fucking important to the game, and it's gone. Healing is now available. Not exactly true, but it's coming to an end, my friends. The Doomsayer is here. He will bring us to the world where healing is just like around every corner. I'm telling you, that's a shitty life to live. When not just priest, but every fucking class gets to heal. Like, what the fuck happened, bro? Bro, do you want to express your feelings, priest? Because everyone can just heal to full health now. Everyone can just play Zilliax and bam slam. They have plus 14 plus a lifesteal minion on board. Oh, oopsie doopsie, bro. Everyone has Reno, and they play it all the time. I don't understand the fucking direction of that game as well. Just a fully heal game. Oh my god, is that fucking disgusting. And I will add this to the list of play card win game situations because when you play aggro and this happens, holy shit, do you lose your fucking mind. Yes, maybe you're a sophisticated player and you don't play aggro and you're just laughing in their faces right now. But please, don't do that. Aggro is an important part of this fucking ecosystem. You can't just shut it down with one card. Thank you very much, okay? You can't do that shit. You can't just like, oopsie doopsie, I extend the game. Come on, man. Come on. It would be okay if Reno, like, clumps health together and just, like Robin Hood's, distributes health equally. I would accept that. You have now 15 health or whatever, like 16 health. But just going back to full health and being able to bounce this bad boy, no thanks. No, that's too much, actually. I can't talk about Bran, but Bran enables a lot of, you know, shady cards that also happen to just win game. Everything else is clean. Yes, some people might not like that I screamed at Reno, but Reno got worse and worse and worse and worse and have introduced that mechanic to a whole new level. And I'm sorry, bro, I'm not gonna stand by it. The next thing that happened is something that, you know, is progressively worse. So you have to accept that Reno was ass, and now accept that Yogg was absolute fucking holy moly. Yeah. Apparently, Hearthstone always had this play card win game mentality. Like, that's just like the easiest game design choice of all time. You just play a special card. A legendary has to be super duper special. It's like, oh my god, bro. Like, there has to be a condition. Deathwing was a conditional thing. And this one is too. You have to play spells. What's that? I have to play spells. I was already doing it. Oh my god. Oh my god, Yuck fits in every fucking deck. The funny thing is, they did reprints of Yogg, and almost every time, Yogg was the problem. I mean, they don't learn their lesson whatsoever. They had 3 chances, and they kind of blew them all. Now, people love Cthulhu, and unfortunately, it's not exactly the top tier gameplay playing Cthulhu. I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of fucking shit. It was fun while it lasted, but if it's like truly a playable deck, like everyone got Cthulhu, that was the fun part of like everyone is a broke ass bitch and they can get at least one legendary. You know, that can actually win game. But because it's play card win game, I'm like, it is a part of the problem. Absolutely. And the Zoth is like the old gods, like they all did their stupid thing. The person that did not did his stupid thing was Deathwing. He was just sitting there, and it's like, can I do anything? I'm also an old god, guys. Nah, shut the fuck up, Deathwing. We don't give a fuck about you anymore. We just want you here just to appreciate the direction we're going when it comes to this game. We're just like going that direction right now, where you just play card win game. You know, shut the fuck up, you and your dragons. You have no fucking place here, bro. Yes, you might win some games, but I don't remember personally facing against Deathwing and crying my ass off. I don't give a fuck, okay? I want to play these play card win game cards. Except for Yasharaj. Yasharaj needed a little bit of boost, so Karazhan, bitch! Karazhan, let's go! We forgot one old god needed to be summoned from someone else's ass. So we did that. Absolutely. Straight from my ass! That was his voice line. You don't remember? You don't remember the voice line, guys? You must be very young. You haven't experienced Karazhan. Because that was it, pretty much. That was a cool Deathwing card. You know, you plug it in, and slowly, over time, he generates a little bit of value. Now, I didn't like this guy because he fucking buffed Nether Portal. Or, I don't know. When did you get the Nether thing, Warlock? When did you get that shit? Was it really Legacy? Twisting Nether. Lord Jiraxis was able to win game, but it's kind of like Deathwing. Back in the day, it was Deathwing because you don't just gain extra HP. You have to work with what you have. But now it's just the thing. It technically wins you game. It's a nice little upgrade, isn't it? It still wins you game over time. It's not that crazy, but yeah, Jiraxis was a little bit annoying. A little bit popular. So, I don't know how they managed to print a meme card like this, by the way. That was just like, how did you do that? Huh? You must be really brave right now. This was quite a meme set in general, it feels like, and also feels very weak. Oh boy. I don't think there's a problematic card besides Jades. Jades were kind of a nuisance. And it was also part of the mindless gameplay where you just like play card after card that just says Jade and you win game. However, Jades are a tempo, so they're not that crazy. The crazy part is that there's no cap to it. Jades can go as high as 15 or 30, like, it doesn't fucking matter. I don't know if that was a good decision, to be honest. Because now tempo decks can defeat control decks. That's a problem, guys. That's not supposed to happen. Clearing 15/15s, it's not easy, guys. Maybe they shouldn't have done that. I can't go back into the past and double check, but funny enough, I have been around. Wow, Ultra Megasaur. They doubled the stats of this bad boy and sell it for 11 mana. So you can't actually even play it. Wow. They're so creative. Their meme cards are unplayable. No way, bro. Usually meme cards are always playable. They're the best cards. Nothing problematic. Wow. You guys must be jealous. Back in the day, we didn't have any problems with Hearthstone. No Dr. 7, even. No fucking, Cthulhu. Nothing. Just good old Queston. No problems, my ass. And it, wasn't long until, Witchwood showed up with, even more insane shit. Was this acceptable? Was this breaking the game? It was fine. Except the mage one. The mage is always something you want to just delete from the game. You know, like, let's be honest, and we can't design mage properly at all. We don't know how to do it, so let's just don't do it. Don't do mage. Just leave it behind. Everything else seemed fine. Except that thing. They never knew how to fucking nerf this thing properly. And it's like... we sort of started to learn that if you summoning things and you're getting something in return for everything you summon, maybe that's a really bad thing. Maybe just like the first thing you summon becomes a 6/6 or something, an 8/8, but the rest of the stuff doesn't have, like, just spamming stats all of a sudden, like, yeah, just make it slower. Just make it slower, bro. Just like the first thing you do gets the bonus, but the other things, they don't get the bonus. Maybe the cards that you already played get the bonus, but the rest of the cards, they don't get the bonus. Not everything has to become a fucking 5/5, please. It was so easy to nerf that thing, but it never happened. They tried and tried and tried again, without understanding what the fuck this card is actually doing. This card is just exploding and vomiting a bunch of boars into your face. Boars and other charging minions. Oh, oops. Maybe I don't want to die to a boar and a fucking pirate, you know? Have you thought about that, Blizzard? Maybe I just don't want to die from that shit. Alright? Like, boars and pirates are literally unplayable until this showed up. Alright, cool. I guess they're playable now. Murlocs, completely fine. The other quests are just completely fine except for this one because this one is trash. Or so, I have been told. No, it's trash. It's perfectly balanced. It's perfectly balanced. Maybe the portals shouldn't be like 5 mana. You know? Like, that was an easy fucking buff. They never dared to buff this thing. Wow, cool. That one is a little scary, actually. Like, Warrior was one of the better ones that felt balanced, I guess. So yeah, we had quests, so secretly we had broken-ass shit. But you can't call these, like, play card win game. It was playstyles. It was something I wasn't able to afford, by the way. I wasn't able to craft any of this shit. I was just like, oh, I don't like Hearthstone anymore, guys. It's a rich person's game now. I just don't want to play it, actually. It was a tough time. Everyone were playing Quest except for me. Was I able to afford at least a single quest and play it? Maybe I played a little bit of Rogue Quest. I don't think so. I don't think I played a single quest, guys. I think I think I just never got anything. So I was traumatized for the rest of the Hearthstone expansion cycles, bro. For the next of 7 years to come, I'm traumatized of like, if they do that again, I won't be able to play Hearthstone because I can't afford the game anymore. Like, what the fuck is happening? Lich King was not a problem! Crazy, I know, because we already had a problem in every class. They started introducing different type of problems. Of play card win game was in every class. And because it was as slow as Jirax's, it wasn't quite a big of a deal. Except with this guy. That was fucking mental. That it worked out so well for him. Some of them don't even do much. But, they definitely were a problem. Gul'dan was definitely a fucking problem. Holy shit. Gul'dan definitely makes the list of, you play card win game. You just win game, dude. Especially when lifesteal is introduced on this card in particular. Better than any other card. That was just crazy. And then Gul'dan was like the most powerful when this set came out. Happens to be kobolds. Alright? That was pretty annoying. Like, the moment they fucking drop shit like this, like, the moment they pull out Gul'dan, like, you lose. You just lose game. And I knew this was a very bad thing to be happening in Hearthstone. It's a very tough direction to go into, where you just, like, they played a card, though. Come on, man. They played a card and they resummoned walls upon walls of demons. Is that even normal, guys? Is that really how we want to play Hearthstone? Just summon unkillable minions? Like, come on. Not to mention that, Mal'Ganis was still in? I don't think they had rotation if Mal'Ganis is still in. Maybe it wasn't, maybe I'm trolling, but somehow these were not just 3 9s. Or there were multiple of them. Or they're just like easy to summon. I don't know. Do we get the cube? Yeah, we get the cube as well. Pretty disgusting. They could have easily nerfed cards, but they were not doing that at all. They didn't give a fuck about nerfing anything. Which is why in Witchwood they just panicked. They're just like, we can't nerf Gen and Baku. We can't possibly do that. You can say on turn 5. On turn 5, upgrade your hero power. I don't know, there's many ways to nerf this shit. Don't give me that's impossible, Kibler moment. It's impossible to nerf. Everything can be nerfed. Upgrade hero power to a slow hero power that needs 1 turn to recover. 1 extra turn. Like, I don't know. The possibilities are endless. And most importantly, you can nerf the hero powers themselves. Right? So, the funny thing is, I don't think there's a problematic cards in general. I don't think we're gonna see a play card win game. Except for Tess. Tess was kind of fucking weird. Oh. Oh, no. Oh. No, bro. See, that's the funny thing. That's the direction they were going into. They showed their real face. You know? The ugliest, the most realistic, the most honest face of Blizzard is this card right there, bro. It's like the gobble up effects that you don't fucking like. The combo wombo is inevitable with this card. And it's just like, let's just break our game. Let's just make it lag. You know, that's completely normal. I like when my game lag. I don't understand anything about this whatsoever. Why does this exist? Like, yeah, we get memes, but we get like, just like, ugh, Hearthstone is ugly right now. What the fuck? I don't know if I want to play Hearthstone right now. Holy shit, they went into that direction so balls deep. They just hate their own game, basically. It's hard to comprehend. Like, I would love more of this, please. That would be nice to experience, but we never had a chance. I just cry myself to sleep because Shudderwalk was too ugly. No more problematic cards. Funny enough. So, hero powers. Which one is the problematic one? Maybe that one, but even that's not that bad. I think Paladin was starting its domination. This is where it began, my friends. We're starting to see that one class is not like the others. Oh shit. I genuinely feel that from now on, Paladin is gonna be the dominant force 50% of the time until it becomes 70% of the time, which is the timeline we live right now. The timeline is Paladin dominates for 3 fucking years. This is something I had to mention because now we're disgusted by the Murloc Paladin. Previous expansion. Okay, I do remember a hand buff Paladin, but there's like the no, I don't even know all the Paladins anymore. They're all just blurred together. Oh yeah, the Dragon Paladin. Oh yeah, the Dragon spam. It is a nightmare. I didn't really like Tank Cup. That could have been cool. Totemic Slam. It wasn't too crazy, in my opinion, and you only needed one legendary. So, I don't think it was that bad as people painted. Again in Buck, oh shit. Everyone's gonna play that shit forever. And it rotated early, so I think it was clean. I think Witchwood was clean. It's not the worst expansion, my friends. Holy shit, if you say Witchwood is the worst expansion, bro, you need a slappy slap. You must understand that back in the day, every expansion came with a fucking mini-game. Witchwood was amazing. It was amazing. And it ain't no fucking hot take. The game is so fucking garbage right now, it makes Witchwood look actually like a fucking good expansion. I still remember when Genenbaku showed up just for the time being, and it was like the best time ever in Hearthstone. They just showed up, it's like, hey guys, I know you guys hate us, but can we just like give you some hero powers? And it's like, yes please, yes please. And I was like playing this fucking rogue deck, I'm like, yes, yes bro, absolutely. We have a long way to go, my friends. Play card win game? Almost. I hate that shit. Play card win game. And you know it's a play card win game if it pissed the shit out of you when it was played. Because there ain't nothing you can do. Yeah, the Zilliax, bro. That also a doomsayer of the future of like, oh, this lifesteal hits a little bit harder than the other lifesteals. No play card win game in Rumble neutral set. Zul'jin is a little bitch. But actually, like, acceptably okay. I don't like the Shudderwalk treatment, but sure. Hunter doesn't have crazy spells. Right? It slows them down a little bit if they try to do that. Nothing. It was fine. Crazy, right? Rumble was fine. Wow. Who would have thought? I wonder why. Play card win game. Play card win game. That was a big one. And I don't know if you understand how big Mountain Cellar actually was. This was just like literally meta-defining play card win game. It was brutal. People discovered it like later. They didn't thought it was a fucking big deal until everyone played it. Everyone played it. You never know, bro. You just never know when these fucking things are can spam out just spell after spell after spell, and just they summon Taunt Beast as well in the way. And it's just like very difficult to deal 8 damage on this bad boy. It was fucking brutal when it became popular. For a very long time, I don't think it was. And the other cards were not a problem. In fact, I got Barista, and I loved playing it. I'm surprised you cannot just like discard mana crystals. Like, I want between like 4 mana and 7 mana, because that shit is impactful to the game. Of course I want to ignore the fucking 0, 1, 2, 3. I want to ignore that shit, please. That was fishy, actually. That was getting there. Mage was getting there real fast already. Yeah, Mage was pissing my fucking socks off. Especially Khadgar. Holy shit, was Mage annoying as fuck. Already. Other classes, yeah, that one, Priest was very annoying because it had play card win game status already. This is happening, guys. Now we're brewing. Now we're going there. Now we're Shadows, Rise of Shadows. Look at that. They know how to piss into our fucking mouths while we sleep. They have learned from their mistakes, you know? Mistakes, bro. Blizzard has slowly unlocked their superpower. Absolutely. What was Paladin doing? Nothing just yet. Just wait one more expansion. I feel like Paladin's gonna start doing things. See, well, yes, everyone is playing play card win game strategies. There's always gonna be a class that doesn't care to do it too much. They just have premium cards with premium stats. Alright? So that's Paladin identity. It's just like premium class. Dr. Boom was pretty annoying, but otherwise, we're good to go next. Quest introduced again. Best card in the game. I have to talk faster because we have to go through the entire fucking game right now. No more jokes, guys. Oh no, what a fucking good card. Eventually it was good, apparently. I don't know. That was kind of interesting, but it's not good. It was just like a good set. Again, a good set for some reason. I wonder why. A little bit annoying. These Highlander cards were quite... Yeah, Mage was still doing the same fucking bullshit. Mage was starting to get on my nerves. Priest was also starting to get on my nerves. What was Paladin doing? Nah, memes. I was playing Paladin. I was able to play Paladin. Every other class just seemed normal in comparison to Mage and Priest. Imagine, they just get their personal Yogg. They have the personal fucking shittiest cards in the fucking game introduced. And eventually they get Reno. They get Reno right after. They get the shitty... What? What do you mean you don't get Reno? When do you get Reno? Alright. Next expansion plus mini set, whatever. I feel like they should combine these buttons into one button with just like a tiny button that separates the mini set from the rest. That would be very good. Thank you, Blizzard. Please do that. You are enslaved. You enslaved us with bullshit. Just give back the favor. Nothing problematic except for a problematic card that just started spamming. Started spamming a lot of shit on the board, as if that's a normal thing now. Hey guys, what's that? 30-30 just spawned on the board? But I am a Highlander, I can do that. I have no duplicates, guys. Clearly, I'm okay to spam stats on the board, you know? Yeah, that's a play card win game stuff. Oh, this one. This one is ass. Guess what? After a few years, Ysera comes back. And oh my god, do I hate this card. This is incredibly reminiscent of the Dragon Paladin. You just shuffle a bunch of giant dragons, and you just wait. You wait long enough, and then bam, slam, you win. You don't even have to do shit. You just played card one game eventually. It takes a little bit of time, so it wasn't like extremely fucking annoying, but no, I don't like that. Don't do that. That was sweet, bro. That was crazy sweet. But Galakron was also one of those play card win game situations. In some cases. In some cases. Like, this was kind of weird. Like, 0-cost cards. Are you sure about that? The biggest problematic one was Shaman that actually needed to get nerfed immediately. Galakron was fun because everyone got Galakrons. That's, you know, the usual difference between fun and not fun quests, hero cards being introduced in the game. This time we got the Galakron. At least we could play all versions of it for free. Thank you, Jesus. They actually listened. They actually changed the course of the game. Demon Hunter introduction was definitely awful, but I actually don't hate Demon Hunter like Raran does. I don't know, man. I don't know. It is still dominating the game to some extent. Lithuanian flag. Congratulations, guys. This showed up last year, by the way. Basically, in the middle of last year, we had Lithuanian flag already. Like, I don't know why this fucking reoccurring supervillain. I don't know why we just get a free flag for ourselves. But, sure. Paladin is best class 3 years in a row. I guess Hearthstone just refuses to change. I was talking about Demon Hunter being somewhat dominant, like in Arena most importantly. Death Knight and Demon Hunter is always going to dominate. Paladin is actually last place. What happened to you, Paladin? Got drunk in Arena? But yeah. I don't hate Demon Hunter, to be honest. But yeah, destroying Tavern Brawl in Arena, it's a little bit cringe. Like, why did they do that? But how do you introduce a class that doesn't do that, you know? Like, we printed so much shit over the years. Everyone's card pools are trash except for Demon Hunter. And it's like, yeah, we'll just have to deal with that, I guess. Play card win game, but it's a combo card, so it was a little bit of a different debate on this game. Again, everyone was spamming Demon Hunter. 70% of the ladder was Demon Hunter or something. It was devastating, bro, to try and find anything that works. But Paladin was working. Paladin was working very hard. The Libram introduction, my friends. That's it. This is the moment Paladin is gonna fucking ruin the game forever. It will never feel the same, but it will slowly happen. Paladin will just slowly take over as the best class. So that was annoying, but Priest wasn't too fucking crazy. It's just Demon Hunter and everything else felt like nothing. Alright? It felt like nothing. By the way, Scholomance is notorious for the start of power creep of board clears. So we have multiple power creeps from multiple directions. And board clears is where Scholomance just unleashes the most devastating shit. Say goodbye to your board, as they say. Penflinger was the problem? Yeah, I don't think so. Interesting. Somehow that felt scary. Yeah, Paladin domination began. Very strong domination. Was Demon Hunter still dominating? Not really. I think Druid was dominating. At least I started playing Druid and enjoying it. Not now, because there's some weird shit they did. Most importantly, the Guardian Animals was ass. And that's what allowed them to dominate, so... yeah, play card win game. Now, very cheap. It was just good stats, but that's the whole point, you know? They stopped respecting stats slowly. They just stopped respecting that stat line. This is insane, right? Like, in the what is this? It's a 8 mana 14? 8 mana 14? Is that okay? That's a troublemaker. Ooh. I had to play that shit in every deck. No, neutral stuff was problematic, which is so weird. They were doing that this whole time. This whole time, the neutral set did nothing wrong. But they eventually power crept that shit as well. You know? Eventually, they just caved in. That's just the history of Blizzard just caving in to make sure that neutral set is somehow juiced right now, more than ever before. Remember the start of the video, I was showing neutral cards mostly. Funny enough, this one was not that big of a problem to me. It never got truly activated. When it did, it was pretty painful. But you can still survive, which is fascinating to me. This alone couldn't have been a win condition. This one was also quite interesting. These Olgas were actually quite well designed. I was surprised. Darkmoon Fair was good. Plus, there's no problematic cards in here as well. It's fascinating as well. Like, wow. Was Paladin dominating? They got shit. They got shit cards. I'm surprised how there's literally nothing. Maybe Shaman was dominating, like I've seen most of the stuff. But even then, was it really that good? Okay, Darkmoon Fair, not a big problem. This is the shit where people complain, but I never got to experience those moments, I guess. I don't think Barons is when things took off. Again, I was not playing that here. I just don't see a problem. No, there's no problem. I would agree that this would be a problem to someone, but apparently wasn't. Oh yeah, Mage was fucking disaster, bro. This was disgusting. And that was poorly designed somehow. Yeah, there's a little bit of that going on. So you can see some classes did get something crazy, and they obviously played it. The other classes didn't. It makes quite a difference, doesn't it? Stormwind Quest. Alright, that's a quest introduction again. This time ruining the game quite a bit more than expected. However, I don't think quests should be focused on. I think it's the other stuff that ruins the game way worse. I personally enjoyed playing the Hunter quest. I did not enjoy having Rat King in the game, for example. I guess that was a problematic one, but not to me, ever. Priest was being spammed all over the place because people thought they could just win the game. And they were kind of wrong. I don't think this was that bad. Except that. Yeah, Demon Seed. I've heard many bad things about it. Was there a problematic neutral card? No, it was... This one was fun. This one was badass. This one was just like... good. Like, it clears the board. That's the whole fucking point. It clears the board very precisely. It clears death rattles. That's some fucking masterpiece for sure. No. That was the problematic card. That was, if you don't clear my minions, I win. Because it's one thing to have 11 points of reach with your minions. It's another thing to just double it. And now every minion is scary. Not only that, you trade in one of the minions, and then you go face, and now you're just scared for the rest of the game, even though you just lost like 14 health, but your board got cleared very efficiently with this guy. So, it was pretty devastating. They printed the best tempo card, and they printed ass. Now, it's hard to understand, like, why the fuck Mr. Smite was so strong. This looks pathetic. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to explain why Mr. Smite was strong, because it comes down to the combos. Most notorious combo, by the way, of Mr. Smite came from Sunken City. Yep. Sunken City was a pretty bad expansion, if you ask me. People look at it as a good expansion. It was bad. And Sunken City is the defining moment when Paladin was super duper dominating for the rest of the game until this day. That was the moment. Sunken City was the moment when it gave rise to Warshak Smooth Brain Paladin meme. Alright? That was it. This was smooth brain playing. Because you just play card win game. The Colossals were it. The Colossals were the exact thing that I hated the most. You just play that shit, no thought about it. There's no need to buff this card. There's no need to activate this card. You just play the damn thing when you have it in your hand. Which, that is the worst part about the card games. You have to have this in your hand. It's random. It's a fucking slot machine bullshit. Is the difference between they have it and they win the game, or they don't have it and they probably lose. Like, imagine, not only this can clear your board, but it also draws cards. It replenishes your opponent's hand. So if they have it, they win. If they don't have it, they might just lost. They might just ran out of resources and got fucking destroyed. That's a big fucking difference if you ask me. So Zeddy actually leaning towards Colossals as if they were a good thing? I'm sorry, Zeddy. You're a fucking crazy person. Colossals were absolutely annoying to the game. They were destructive to the game. They were played in every fucking deck because you don't have to have Brain, you just have to have Colossal now inside your deck. And, most importantly, you have to fucking have it in the first place in your collection. Have you fucking realized that, Zeddy? Jesus fucking Christ. It was actually cognitive dissonance activated, plus you had the Smite combo. I don't none of the Colossals were actually good to the game. And yet, this is the expansion that everyone goes to of, like, that's the good one. And every expansion was bad. This is the expansion where the shit has hit the fucking fan, bro. So when people are spreading misinformation, I'm like, wow, you guys have no fucking idea what's going on in the game. You guys crazy. You think play a card win game is normal? What? Eventually they were starting to backtrack because Titans were introduced, and it's like, well, isn't that like just Colossals, but even better? Because they can just keep on activating their effects over and over again, and if you don't kill them, you just win? Yeah. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. You like that one? You like this Colossal in particular? You know, where you just summon a 1/1 Colossal version and it just like pops out of their stupid appendages? Do you really think Colossals are a good part of the game? Oh my god, they were cool, but they were not good for the game. I'll tell you that much. They were cool, like you think you can clear the board and just get rid of that Colossal, you think you have like counterplay to that shit, but it's not that simple, isn't it? Because you can't just hold board clears in your hands whenever you fucking feel like. You can't just clear a Colossal whenever you feel like. That's just not a thing. Even Ozimet was played and was successful eventually. So, oopsie doopsie, my friends. Every Colossal was successful. none of the cards have been able to shine as hard as the Colossals. So I'm sorry, except for this guy. This guy was ass. Yeah, first time, like, we love when, like, big monsters get to shine. It felt like a vibe. Well, in reality, I was suffering. This was shit, but Druid was playable. When this guy comes down, I lose all hope. It's just, I stop, my brain stops functioning. And it's like, what's the problem with this guy? If I don't clear this guy after he's being played, they locked the board down. You don't understand how devastating the Hydrolodon is, especially when they were able to cheat it out with this bullshit. When they were able to play it early where you don't have that many answers yet. Not to mention this, the beginning of spamming a bunch of shit on the board. No Sunken City was pretty fucking bad. Pretty bad. It was interesting to experience the death of the game, I guess, but it was pretty bad. Play card win game. Absolutely insane card. Hero cards introduced, you have to play every single fucking hero card again. If you don't play it, you're gonna be devastated. That was just a bad direction in the game to force people to play legendaries. Maybe they saw some profits go up and they couldn't fucking stop doing that. Couldn't stop printing that shit. Almost every single time. So we had Stormwind Quest and then the heroes introduced, and they were all absolutely annoying. And you can say that Stormwind started it all because these are pretty powerful quests now that can finish the game. Not everything can do that. There were now like permanent win conditions, but last time it was the same thing. It's just like it's not something you want to happen over and over again. Castle Nathria was the actually good one, and I got my dragon. That was the best set ever. Castle Nathria, and then it was really bad afterwards. Now I didn't like Mage. There were still quests from the previous set, you know. But I thought this set was just like the best, except it had poison mixed in. And the poison was potent than ever before. Before I say anything about Sire Denathrius, he has a pet friend that happened to be a 27/27 after he clears your board. Is that normal? Yes, it was normal and nobody played it. What? Nobody played that? Yeah, nobody played it. I don't know why. I would lose to this card over and over again, and this is where play card win game was introduced, inspired by this. Not Sire Denathrius. Sire Denathrius, you know you lose if they play it. Also, it's lifesteal. Not only they get to fucking obliterate you on the spot, they can just play to save themselves. You know, give themselves another turn. This fucking monster, bro, holy shit. He hijacked the game. And he wasn't nerfed until, like, rotation or something. So suddenly we had more and more of the crazy legendaries being printed out. Now neutrals had to do something crazy. I almost forgot like how Jailer actually worked, but it made everything immune and destroyed your deck, which was fascinating when people pulled it off, but eventually became a meta to play Jailer. I used to be able to play Jailer just for the memes. Destroy my own deck, it's like, fuck it. But I'm immune now, they can't clear my minions, so I must win now, right? Yeah, so while this set overall was quite interesting, it introduced so much shit that it never felt good in the end. I was able to play Shaman, but then there was fucking Imp Warlock. Summoning a 9/9 on turn 4. Because that's normal now. Plus their win game cards was there as well. They just spam a bunch of more stats. The game felt like cheese. Alright? There was a good class, there was a good class, and there was a bad class. There was a good class, and there was a really bad class. I think Warrior was actually a good class. Like, the Enraged Warrior was strong, but it was kind of good. It was on board. Alright. Death Knight got introduced, and I fucking died inside, bro. I have received death inside of me, bro. This was the moment where I'm starting to realize I don't think I can play this game anymore, guys. I think Death Knight just marked the death of Hearthstone. Because, like, it really broke the game after Castle Nathria. The game was, like, feeling a little bit off. But this was it. This was the final blow. If you don't know, play card win game. That was it. Nobody played it, but you had to play it to win game. It's just double the stats, bro. The reason why Death Knight was so fucking devastating is because that's Twisting Nether, guys. This is the new Twisting Nether. And they gain corpses. And they gain a 5/5. It's no longer feels fair. Because they already have a bunch of Borklers. It's not like the only Twisting Nether available. They had so much shit. The moment you play against Blood DK, like, you know you're not gonna have a fun time anymore. You're gonna be dragged and tortured. And the fact that almost every Death Knight rune combination was playable across the game, and in this case the pure combinations were like dominant, and a lot of them are just annoying. Like the blue one dominating was also pretty devastating. It doesn't show up here, but it was pretty fast because it froze your ass. You use this thing, and it's also play card win game. That was also play card win game. You did have to play green, but that was just like a reason for Blizzard to introduce more of this bullshit, even more potent than ever before. When it comes to other stuff, it wasn't as strong as Death Knight. Death Knight was also 70% on the ladder, except this time, nobody complained anymore. Because they got their control, big brain class. Oh shit. So fancy. People complain about Demon Hunter because it was too fast for them. So obviously they shut up about Death Knight, even though it was just as devastating to the game, if not more, because now we're in the stage where, like, we don't give a fuck how big and juicy the legendaries are. This one was, like, fine, and Thaddeus was quite satisfying for me, because I discovered Thaddeus before everyone else did. You know, I was waiting on it. Caverns of Ass. Caverns of Time is like the funniest thing ever because Twist is just not a thing, so we don't even have to talk about Twist. That was cool. And there was no problematic cards in the festival. Like, I don't think at all. Okay, except for the stupid fucking lifesteal bullshit that Death Knight just got it for free. You know, and there's no rune requirement, nothing here. Because it's also a hunter card, guys. These guys, they got it for free, bro. They got free lifesteal for days to extend the game forever. Well, the other classes had armor. So all of a sudden, I started realizing, like, we're not finishing the game anymore. We're just resetting, clearing the board a bunch of times. Nothing, like, we just extending the game to insanity. Well, Paladin gets to dominate because it actually wants to finish the game. You know? It has the ability to finish the game. And survive with all the divine shields. And just, piss the opponent off of, like, you can't do this, and you can't do that. It was able to break through any minion just to finish the game. Paladin was, like, the GOAT. of all this nonsense. I still had plenty of fun playing this. I probably burned like the most hours on the festival timeline. Or like my channel took off during the festival. You can sort of see like I was playing this, most importantly, like the totem. That was an important part of my channel. But this guy, that was fucking sweet. This guy was my favorite card. Yeah, this is the moment when I created this channel. It was weird when play card win game was a 2-drop. When the thing that made me fucking ill was a 2-drop. This keyboard won way too many games, and I don't even understand. What the fuck is this? Did you just print it a 2-mana not 3/3, but something way worse? Just because they get to wait a turn to use it? I don't understand the thought process here. It's literally a 3/3 that's dormant 1 turn. And oh wait, what's that? You summon more 3/3s over time? So there's a 3/3 that's dormant for 1 turn, for 2 turns, for 3 turns. Holy shit, everyone will play a card like this. Keyboard warriors were engaged. Because they were not warriors, apparently. The rest of the game was fine. Alright? It felt normal. I just hated that card in particular, and that's it. And that. When it was a 2-drop, remember? But all of a sudden, it created a precedent of like, wait, 2-mana cards now win game? Potentially? If you take a step back, that's exactly how it works. No, I mean, Astellar wasn't as bad as most people claim it to be. It's just the introduction of Brand made it just like complete insanity. Even though Astellar has been nerfed so many times, I still don't understand. Alright, so when Titans got introduced, the game was just dead for me. And I'm a Hearthstone player. The game died when Death Knight was introduced. But this is when the game is no longer playable. That's it. I'm done. I'm done playing this game. Titans was the worst thing that could possibly enter the game space. They just dominated everything, bro. They dominated everything. Sif. Ugh. No. This was just so bad. So fucking bad, bro. Almost every Titan was just devastating to the game. It was just Colossals on steroids. This guy was play card win game bullshit. It wasn't even fucking close, bro. This guy can finish the fucking game on his own terms. And of course, it leads to some bullshit-ass brain damage control style games that never fucking end. And people are actually starting to like Viper weapons again. Because this was so crazy. Just have 10 mana weapons that finish the game. I even made a video about it showing that just this card alone can win the game. I don't have to do anything else, just play this card. Just play a few copies of this card and bam slam. We're just cooking, bro. Our guy with a weapon of our choice. Not only this had Wind Fury, this can also summon 8 mana fucking cards like that. It was just beyond stupid. It was able to have lifesteal. What's that? Oh, that was not important at all. Nor was it the fact that it was poisonous. The real problem was it just goes face. And it fucking cracks skulls easily. To the point like, what is this game style, bro? What is happening? And obviously Yogg was introduced to just seal the deal that this game is dead, bro. It's over. Like, it was a mini set, so it came a little bit later. To me, that was it. I couldn't play the game anymore, and Odin made it just that much worse. Odin Warrior was very popular. But so is every Titan that you don't have. You know, you just don't have the Titans though. I'm sorry, you can't have that. Have to buy it. Pay to win. That was the situation, my friends. It was pay to win this whole time while I was talking. Ever since the first quest have been introduced, it was pay to win. And it just gotten worse and worse. However, the new monetization, or like the new way to get golds, which is the battle pass, that was badass. That was the best thing that ever happened to the game. Now you just complete quests and you get a lot of gold. Battle Pass saved the game. Battle Pass makes the game playable to this day because you just complete the quest and you get a lot of rewards very early on if you like low level player, right? If you haven't played for a long time, you enter the new Battle Pass, get a bunch of packs, get a bunch of gold, and you're good. You just log in every week and you get a bunch of gold. You don't have to worry about grinding the shitty game anymore. And most people cried about it. Imagine being an idiot who fucking cried that I can't grind the game anymore for hours and hours and hours. People were saying that Battle Pass was ass. Their heads exploded. But I'm sorry, bro. Oh my god. We had people who were just like so eager to sink in a lifetime into this game, thinking that they're the losers now because of the Battle Pass. You were losers this whole fucking time if you played Hearthstone. Holy shit, man. For hours and hours. Like, I can't imagine being that person. I wanted to just test, like, how it feels like to have a YouTube channel that's, like, growing, and I sort of got that feeling. Yeah, pretty bad. Badlands were very bad. Very bad. It just sealed the deal that this game is absolutely dead. It was playable by any means. I played a lot of this thing. I created some cool shit out of it. Excavate was acceptable mechanic. At least it didn't win the game immediately. You know? Oh wait, it did. See, the funny thing about Badlands is that most of the shit is actually hidden. Except for Reno. Reno was, like, insanely annoying to the game. But most of the stuff is actually hidden. So, when you look at the Excavate treasures, everyone was going for the final form. Which was pretty bad to the game, because not only you can bounce this thing, but it's just like a quest reward, and you get multiples of it, as long as you excavate hard enough. And excavate treasures are just good in general. So you want to excavate so badly and get this broken ass creature. This one in particular just resets the game. Like, oh shit, I go back to 30 health. That was just the new normal. I believe everyone excavated if they can excavate, they excavated. I didn't play mage, so I don't know how excavate mage actually worked. I know that warrior was just devastating. Yeah, it was devastating. And that warrior made it so much worse. Maybe for Badlands, there was a paladin exception, and paladin was not dominating. Just a little bit. One expansion, it wasn't dominating or something. But, we go to today, and it was over. It was over. Now the Paladin domination was pretty clear and unavoidable, and that's the game that we have today. You can already explore the cards that have been damaging brains for a long time. Something like this, like Celiacs. All the shit is still in the game, so I don't have to talk about it. But, yeah, they're also trying to, like, squeeze the quest into the game, which I actually appreciate because I can get the quest, you know? Back in the day, back before the battle pass, the game was unplayable. After the battle pass, the game is completely fine. And they give you extra rewards nowadays. Like, it's completely playable for even for free-to-play guy. None of the shady monetization thing is gonna throw me off. Nothing is gonna fucking destroy my ability to play this game. Like, now I can experience, like, most of the cards. I can grab whatever seems like the most juiciest piece. I have 21,000 dust to spend. You know, I am ready. I'm equipped to enjoy the game. If it's truly enjoyable, if it's truly worth sinking my teeth into, I can do it. So the funny thing is, there's no reason to actually complain right now. Yes, the game is dead. Oopsie doopsie. But it's kind of like a mild version of this right now. It's kind of like the aftermath of the game being dead for a very long time, and it's a fatigue moment for sure. What makes the game more dead than ever before is that they can't fucking nerf anything. They just chip away. Like, how much 1 mana is gonna change the deck? 1 mana change to a card? Since when that's just the new normal of nerfs? So they're just flexing the amount of nerfs or something? Do they not understand the problem? If you do nerfs like this, then you have to nerf the class or the deck at least 3 times. At least! And we're talking about, like, the dominant class because they just want to play Murlocs because of 1 card. So can you just focus on the card that matters? One of the things that even Zeddy found out is that nerfs are happening around the problem. The Blizzard never wants to address the problem, they want to nerf around it. Which was, like, the most fucking cringiest thing to live through. And we're still doing this to this day. The most funniest thing is that Paladin is dominating because of that, and it's still happening. Right? They just refuse to nerf cards that actually are a problem inside the Paladin class. They want to nerf everything around it. So while we were doing the play card win game bullshit with Paladin, they were like, I think this is problematic, you know? It was problematic, but, like, that was not the core issue. And eventually, they still had to nerf this. They still had to remove lifesteal. They just chipped away a little bit of, like, hey guys, remember this card? This card is still playable, so, yeah, I'll take that lifesteal, guys. Yeah, absolutely. It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Just nerf the card that's the problem. How do you even fucking end up like this? And then, maybe then, after they decide to do that, maybe they will see that playing a card and winning game is not the best thing for the game. Maybe they will start seeing the problem when they stop nerfing shit around it. Holy crap. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, guys. I try to express as best as I can. It takes a little bit of time. Other people with better graphics, with better editing tools, can deliver better videos than I can. Don't put the burden on me. Don't trash me in the fucking comments. Please accept this video for what it is. It's the best I can fucking give you guys, because I have big brain and it barely fucking fits, you know, in my room. Let alone for this video to exist. It exists, guys. And other people can just remix my video, make it shorter, make it better, just debate over it. Steal my video as much as you want, Zeddy, bro. Don't be shy. Alright? Goodbye.